I said, I gotta hear how your brain is going. Chat is slower than me, bro. Hi, 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 hi. This works. This works. Okay. Chat is slower than me, yeah, actually. Okay, so as I've mentioned, so basically today we are going to do a lot. For sure, I'm going to try and roll with the character. So we are going to probably try to figure out the color scheme or something. So yeah. I was thinking about giving it some kind of like off-white skin. Yellow sclera, if that's the thing, or and red eyes. So like we're going to have like an albino thingy. And for the coat, I think the underlining is going to be black, along with the stripe here. And on top of that, we are going to have like a I'm thinking about like red color, but I don't want to make him like way too, like I don't want to make it powerful for the eyes. So I'm thinking actually about reversing and making the underline red and made like most of the black and just making the add-ons red. I'm going to try to find some good colors. Hey, let me know, which one. You can actually even give me like possibilities, like some ideas for the color scheme. I wonder if color still works. It does. Okay, perfect. Start the generator. Light yellow. I like this one, like an off-white. Oxford blue is really cool as the base. Amaranth purple, which is actually just dark. Some colors kind of have a meaning. Yeah, they kind of do. So this is more or less our color. But to be fair, I don't think we would go for like a typical, like, you know, samurai kind of meaning. It's like a D&D class, right? Like it does, like in D&D quite often you don't really need like typical samurai thing, but I can kind of look like samurai colors. So dark blue, which we have, this is our dark blue, and red. So Kaichi Iro, dark blue, were believed to bring good luck, while red was associated with fear and intimidation. Other colors like purple were associated with wealth and status, and black was sometimes linked to the deity Bishamonten. So actually making this kind of thing like good luck and, you know, fear, etc., that I kinda actually went on a luck here, so we can go with it. So this will be our skin tone. Boop. Hi Muto, got to be here. How are you playing this game? You've managed to wake up so early. 6 AM for you, huh? Hope you've slept and not like you didn't fall asleep to not just not to miss it, but yeah. Glad you are here. Glad you are here. I just want you to take care of yourself. Okay? Hi Aspen, glad to have you here. How are you playing this game? Opa. How's it going? How's it going? So yeah, today we're just going to run with the, you know, the whole thing for coloring and stuff. And we'll see where that will take us. I slept. Got to hear, got to hear. Hope you've slept well. And how about you, Zega? Did you sleep or are you on caffeine? Hope you've slept too. Never seen Muto sleep 8 hours straight. I just woke up. I see. I'm great, just got back from my first ever reptile show and it was so cool. That's so nice. Wait, reptile show? How does that work? Tell me. It's like a convention type thing, but for reptiles. It's so cool. How was it? Have you had fun? Have you seen something cool? Tell me. Also, after this stream, I'm probably going to sit down to work. I have day off today, like a total day off. Tomorrow too. I've got weekends off. But I still want to, you know, get some stuff done because, you know, my project fires up in the next thingy, in the next week on Monday, so it's like almost right after, right off the bat, right? And we've already, what kind of project? We have a client for whom we are like giving the transfers, right? Like vehicles for transportation. So I was hired just to simply take care of that project. It was super cool. I saw a bunch of snakes, geckos, and a huge snail, and actually tarantulas aren't that scary at all. Yeah, they just look weird in photos. Like usually they aren't just there. They're like weird eight-legged puppies. Geckos are cute. You know what? I need to brighten this thing up a little. There we go. It feels like, I don't know why, but it kind of feels like I have no line weight, but surprisingly I do. I didn't even make such a pressure on my pen. Love geckos, my mom got one. Hey, that's so cool. Actually, you can check if gecko is overweight by checking the thickness of its tail, because their bodies are not stacking up the fats normally. Isn't Andrea a gecko? But I prefer snakes. I actually got one and I love him so much. Hey, how's it called? Also photos with snakes where you feed them with fruit? Huh? Oh, the gecko? I mean the gecko. Berry. Also, my mom ordered for herself some just like syrups that you dissolve in water. And you change the way how they taste. Soup. Not soup, syrup. Like, you know, the ones that you pour into some water. Isn't that the definition of a soup? No, like, you get a syrup. You have like a syrup, right? It's like a very thick substance. Yeah, exactly. And you add it to water and it changes its taste, kinda, so you can make like your own sodas or something like this. Yeah. So my mom got for herself like some of those natural syrups, and they've sent her a freebie, which is like a nut thingy, like a maple syrup, but it's made out of nuts. We're gonna get some to our ice cream. I was like, dude, soup is all about putting stuff into water to change its taste. Bruh. And she got like a mojito syrup. I forgot my glasses. Alright, alright. Take your time. Also, it's supposed to be a thunderstorm. For a moment, it actually like got very dark outside, but it disappeared somewhere, I don't know. I swear someone has those like sonic cannons and they are changing freaking weather in my city. There's a guy who does that, so in couple villages after, because he has like a plantation of tomatoes. So that plantation of tomatoes is constantly growing, and so it wouldn't ruin. Does that really work? Yes. Yes, it does. Surprisingly, it does. I had no idea that it could, but that village haven't had rain for like 2 years or more. No one else could do any crops because everything was dying because of no rain, and they sued him. No, because one, he destroyed crops of everyone around. Two, actually his thing was shining so bright that I could see it, that I could see the light beaming from the horizon several kilometers away from my city. So like those people had like constantly daylight, kinda, because what the fuck, yeah. that was that, because he has like a greenhouse and he has those like lamps, but he has a greenhouse and the light is from like getting thrown all around the thing. It actually causes like a super bright light. So they've sued him. And he was, I think, I'm not sure, I think he was forced to either take it down or eliminate all the factors that people sued him for. So like he had to tape the glass so the light wouldn't go through, and he had to stop using that sonic cannon so people could finally get rain. But that was really weird. Although, to be fair, like besides like dying crops and destroyed ground, I think that wasn't really that bad for them, because actually temperature there was like lower during summer. Because you know how during summer you have rain and then it starts all to evaporate and causing like a sauna effect. They haven't had that because the ground was already dry and there was no rain to actually evaporate. But on the other hand, yeah, that was like kind of a dick move, what he did. They can put foil on the glass so it only lets the light in one direction and reflects most of the other direction. Yeah, I don't know, maybe he did that, but seriously though, that was... Hi Neo, get over here, how are you? Hope everything's going? Haven't seen you in a while, Neo, how have you been? How have you been, my friend? Love the lizard man. Thank you. I think we'll stream for like an hour. Or should I make it 2 hours? Also, it's my YouTube account, but otherwise okay. What do you mean? Alright, what's up with Izu? Izu actually is doing good. I mean, you know, she is in Japan, but she says she's good. Hey Sleepy, got over here, how are you? Hope everything's going? Oh my god, Sleepy, I haven't seen you in so much. How have you been? But also I was wondering, what did you end up naming the lizardman? Jake. That's the name you gave, if I remember correctly. So yeah, his name is Jake. Yay. Glad you like it. So yeah, everybody gangsta till this samurai lizard shows up. Yay. Also, I'm thinking like because like I have to kind of figure out like some illustrations later on. Like you can make a lot of illustrations, but I think I'm good catching up on recent stuff. It's okay. You wanna talk about stuff? YouTube system flagged me as suspicious, not told exactly why. I'm thinking due to having a lot of stream going in tabs, so maybe think I'm a view bot. By the auto-modded system then that flagged me, and second time it was happened, so a bit worried. You can always write to YouTube, like what the fuck? Like, you know, throw stuff on YouTube. because that's a bit malicious what they are doing. Also, like I changed phones recently and I haven't gotten to joining Discord again. It's okay, Sleepy, it's okay. Feel free to join the Discord if you know, if you've got the new account set up already. The doors are always open for you. I reached out, but I think it was a bot I was riding with. But if I lose my channel, I'm gonna raise some hack. Actually, like, you can write it on YouTube and also try to, while writing to YouTube, right, you can try to work around with the bot. Because it was most likely a bot, yeah. They don't have anyone overseeing everything there anymore. They've exchanged everything for bots, and that's a well-known fact for a while now, because it was still going on when Susan was, you know, the person behind. And I've noticed that also it's been so long that, like, I'm doing commissions now. That is easy. So nice, Sleepy, so nice. Have badges, memberships, playlist going back to 09 mod for ISO a bit, so would rather not lose it. How is the job hunt going? Actually, to be fair, I don't know how. Hi Leif, glad to have you here. How are your parents going? It's the lizard dinosaur kangaroo rowing. Yeah, it's the lizard man. He's a lizard folk race. So you can call him a lizard guy if you want it. So I don't know, Neil, how far we haven't caught up, because I've had a job in logistics that I've lost this month. So I'm not sure if you've heard about this. I was working there for like a year. I think I didn't caught up with Sleepy on that. So yeah, I had like a logistics job for a warehouse. I was doing it for a year. This month I've lost my job at the beginning, and this week I've actually started a new one. So I'm really lucky I found something in exchange. Especially this quickly, you know. Yeah, things have been going pretty good ever since. I'm slowly, you know, getting used to the fact that I'm not working for over 10 hours, and you know, per shift, and I'm just doing way better. To be fair, way better. You know, just mentally. That's good to hear. Glad for you. Will you have home office at some point? At some point, probably. Not now. For now, it's not in the company's policy. To be fair, I could get like all the emails and stuff and just, you know, do the job from home. But we don't have laptops. We are operating on stationary PCs. So probably we won't have any home offices, but he mentioned that, you know, he wanted someone to also work from home, and they want to exchange the location of their bureaus. So because now they are renting out the space and they want to like get their own their own stuff, like an entire, you know, main base, an entire base for their drivers, vehicles and stuff. I might actually talk about it with the guy, but for now I want to work a little. Some of his stuff used to be easy, setting up a Teams server and an Active Directory, yeah. And to be fair, I'm kinda also going to do for, you know, for being an IT guy. I think they are free on Azure. So yeah. We'll see. Also, folks. Yeah. Hey, Leith, actually, I'm not sure if I've welcomed you. Really sorry if I didn't. If I did, you'll receive 2 welcomes. Hi, how are you? Hope you're right. How's it going? Glad to have you here. I'm thinking about some backstories of the characters. Like, for example, Jake might be... how's it going on the home front? Did you get resolved with your brother? You seem to recall some friction. To be fair, now we don't really see each other as much. Like, I'm at work, for example, now from Monday to Friday, up until 16. When I come home, he's either at work when it's from Wednesday to Saturday, and he's just not getting out of his room for most of the time, so... You have a brother? Yeah, I do. I have told you about that, Zaga. You know I have a brother and sister. Oh yeah, you do, I remember. The internet cable, yeah. That was that. Like the last thing... Like the last problem we've had was when I was trying to get the internet cable for the internet, and he actually, you know, while he was installing the one on his own for himself, and of course I had to help him. But when I wanted to install mine, he exploded Because why would I need a cable? Well, for the same purpose as you do, right? And he was like, nah, you are just going to stay on Wi-Fi. So the job's supposed to be like, you know, better paid. I want to save up as much cash as possible and maybe just buy like a raw estate home and just move there, because I might actually have a chance to save up really quickly for it if the monthly paycheck is going to be in the size that I think it's going to be. He could just, you know, mix up brutto and netto. How much do those home costs? 200,000 or 250, depends how big, but like one family home that is just normal size, not excessively big, not like any stupidly thing, but it's just 250 grand. Comparable to like, that's cheap. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty cheap for homes. So yeah, I was thinking about those raw estate homes because, you know, just sitting down and doing everything else like painting the walls, bringing in furnitures, that's just cheap. We can get one for 600k where one person barely fits. Bruh. Nah. Over here, like, you can get one like for an entire family for 250, but you have to like do everything. So you have to finish up the walls, paint them, bring in furnitures, etc. We are talking about raw estate. So like all the flooring, finishing the walls, etc. It's all up to you. And actually, it's not really that expensive if you do it on your own. Of course, it takes a little, but it's really cheap for the space. Yeah. It's really cheap for the space, exactly. And I want to save for it. Of course, it's going to be a couple years for it, but yeah. And that's my thing. I have to say, I also like kind of stopped venting during streams. I don't want to do that. It seems uncomfortable to vent on streams. Like, considering that my main goal is to make a comfortable space, I think the moment where I'm starting to vent or talk about stuff that are irritating for me, yeah. We have a price for 20k square meter, bro. I really like the shading here. Isn't it looking more like Renotunas now? Did I finally unlocked myself? Is it like does it actually look like it? The face really popped. I think the shading is way more closer to Renotunas now. Hi Tripler, glad to have you here. How are you? Right, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything goes well. Yep, I have calmed down. Did I make you angry somehow, or is that some outside stuff going on? It's fine if you don't want to talk about it. Sometimes reminding yourself about irritating stuff makes you irritated, so I don't want to bring any bad emotions for you. Yeah, it's fine and good. Good news though. Oh. What are the good news? If you wanna share. I don't know how to shade those. I need to look for some references. Give me a moment. I'm turning on the thing to shade a reference. Okay. I've got those back. I mean, it has a comic they want to continue, and I offered to do it for him. Always wanted to get commissioned for this type of work. This is great practice. Yeah, actually. It really helps a lot. Just remember to keep up with the designs, because quite often a lot of beginner comic book artists, I don't know if I think you've mentioned that you've already been doing comic books, so I don't know, but I'm just, you know, mentioning this for some learning purposes for others too. So basically, a lot of beginner artists, when it comes to the comic books, are struggling with keeping up with the same designs throughout the entire series, and so the designs change, even though they don't want to change. They don't want to change it. It's because, you know, for example, like head shape can change, or some aspect of the outfit can be like forgotten, right? So the main problem actually for people who are starting to draw comic books is that they don't have the consistency in the design. So usually when someone starts to make the comic books, they're starting as the assistants, right? So they're the assistants of the main artist, and then they are learning the proper thing, right? Because the main artist is actually constantly watching over them and making it just so the outfit would fit, just so the design would be the same throughout the entire comic book. And basically, the main thing that I've noticed is that a lot of people on the internet don't really use the reference photos throughout the entire series, and so entire designs are kinda changing. Also, don't worry, it's not the internet I'm stuttering, but I'm trying to control it, so I just might sound like I have a lag. Someone already pointed that out, and it turned that I might have lags. But it turned out that it was just me stuttering. So I'm just mentioning for y'all to watch out. Nah, I have the reference follow and I still can't do that. I need to erase it. You know, it's difficult because also the entire rest of the body is not necessarily completed. It's not like fully done. Also, goddamn, it's so hot. I feel like I'm burning. I have a thing going on behind me. I can try to. Yeah, it's like constantly going in, but the heat is still getting into my room. God damn it. Also, Tripler, what the comic book is going to be about? Tell me. Because that's really cool news. I'd love to hear more. Yeah, I get that we're supposed to have a meeting tomorrow to go over the character sheets and stuff. That's great, that's great. Yeah, that old game idea, I made a quick proof of concept for since some somewhat similar game with different mechanics and gave some idea, like making it kinda like a PvP recruiting system. Yeah, that's really cool. So you go against the bot? Yeah, and you can get the thing. Okay, yeah, that sounds pretty nice. The characters find out. How much of a character design goes into a backstory? Example, Lizard my hero Scar. Do you have the backstory first or does it come after? When I have an idea for a character, usually it already has some pieces of the backstory. Because for those who don't know, I've talked about it yesterday, but for those who don't know, I have a Fantasia. I can't imagine, so I have to create my designs with book-like descriptions. At least that's my method for it, right? So I'm generally just creating some kind of elaborated descriptions that you would usually read in the book. And, you know, just for the details, I add some like backstory, right? So the idea is that he became a Ronin. It's a samurai, but it's a Ronin, right? Because you can have, you know, it's one or two. Ronin is is one without the master, right? Samurai has a master, Ronin doesn't have a master. He's usually also called a bandit, but actually they were not bandits. They were just masterless samurais that you could hire for money, and that was it. And they were quite often more skilled actually than normal samurais. But yeah, the whole thing is that like he became a Ronin. He got thrown out of his village because he was born an albino, and basically the albino in his clan legend supposed to bring like bad luck and death, etc. So they've like kicked him out by the fight, and it's so like while he was kind of trying to defend himself, he got the scar on the cheek, and probably there will be some more scars around the body, but I think like most likely around the like torso. because again, like samurais are aiming to kill, right? So, you know, neck, head, torso, right? Just to kill the person quickly. So that's more or less how it goes. But arch nemesis, the crown man ninja, always steals his tail. Yeah, imagine. So basically, the thing is that for normal character design, right? That kind of depends. So there's concept art, right? And concept art doesn't necessarily cover the backstory. It's a concept, right? So what you want to receive is like, okay, we need like a Lilith, character is going to be called Lilith. And basically that Lilith is going to be like a demon, but she's going to be very look-aliking the human. She's going to be also partially a vampire, so she's going to be like a succubus vampire, looking more like a human rather than anything else. So no tail, no horns, no nothing. She's supposed to be like a degenerate, like a femcel, you know, character. I'm just throwing in some words, right? So like I'm kind of bringing in what the character vibe's supposed to be, right? So you know now how the vibe of the character is, but you don't have the actual backstory. So usually that's how much you need, right? Because it already supposed to like bring in some stuff when like over time when you already have the character concept art, you want to push things further. You are then taking up the design and change it to what the backstory tells, right? So let's say this character is, oh yeah, this character is all cool, right? Everything looks nice, but as a matter of fact, she's supposed to have a circular scar in the middle of her chest, right? Because let's say before she became a demon, she got, you know, killed by a stake through the heart because they thought she's a vampire. What turned her into a vampire after death? But yeah, something like that, right? So like, okay, so we know that this main design looks like this, and she's going to have a scar in the middle of her chest, right? So you are just adding it into the design. So designs evolve with how much of the story you know. That's more or less the idea. So yeah, like it's barely any background, and that's the concept. So concept is starting point. So a character could go through several versions. Do see that for big company games and such, but is that normal for smaller to do so as well? Yes. Yes, because it's the easiest. Because you have like a concept of a character to move around, and because you just want to have some kind of concept, right? Some parts are not going to be visible, and usually concept art is kept for the game progression. When the design is already settled for, then you have those public concept arts, right? So those that people see around, but you don't, but you very rarely going to see how the character evolves, because usually those are like concepts that the companies don't want you to see, right? Because like, let's say you have a concept that the main character is going to be a guy, everything goes well, and during the game it's like, during the story writing, it's like, actually it would fit better if we would have the female main character, and the entire concept art has to be changed because they've made up the mind to have the female male main character instead of male main character. So how for VTubers? I know there is reference arts and then finalize and then build on 2.0 or new outfits and such. Or is there more to it? There's more to it. You still have a base of the character. So you have like a character without the hairstyle, without clothes. So it's like a character that is ready to be like dressed up and get the hairstyle, etc. And that's the concept art. And when it's settled, like, oh, okay, so I want the now this Hime hairstyle. So the artist draws the Hime hairstyle, right? And I think I would like now to have like a pastel goth with some powder pink colors and white for accents, and like white or off-white, maybe some grayish, like very bright gray color for the main thing, right? And give it like a puffy shoes, and you have the entire outfit for the character. And then it gets like cut and rigged, right? And usually rigging for like face and movement already is there, and what's left is only to attach the clothing, which you usually still like keep away, right? So you usually have like the neck area where the like cut in for the outfit is, but you should also have like a main body, main torso in the back, same for legs and arms, right? So you're still supposed to have like everything already rigged, and you just add those pieces that you've added. So that's how it works for VTubers. It's just like mix and match usually, and actually you can still do mix and match, but that's for 2D. For 3D it's something else. Like for example, I have Devis, right? Actually, I can show you something because you might know, you might have, you haven't seen it, because I can finally do this. If you look closer, Devis has a lot of scars on his body. His stomach, arms, legs, especially back, because like that's his backstory, right? Like he was whipped through many years, so he got like tons of scars on his back. So basically all of that is a texture, so I can just reuse it because it's a body texture, and everything else is just adding the, you know, rest of the outfit, right? Like that's everything else that would be needed, but that's it. For 3D you can mix match too with textured decals and shape keys. Yeah. That's what I wanted to say. Maybe I've kind of put it wrong, but actually, there we go. I need to calibrate because the thing works off. Okay, now we good. Now we Gucci. Also, we Gucci or now we Gucci it sounds like a Japanese last name. Maybe because like there is a last name of Taguchi and it sounds very alike. But yeah. It was huge when Zendaya went from Dragon to McMaster. Kinda, yeah. Gucci? Yeah, like... Or what is it? Like this? Like that clothing brown, but... We in Poland don't know why and when did it exactly happen, but we started using Gucci for good. Con Gucci. Bro, no. But yeah, it was huge when Zendaya made got that new model. But she got an artist who works on everything. And also, like, huge chunk of her entire model already has been like established, Like for example, her face, etc., and hers just got recolored mostly. So I don't think it was really that much work for the artist too. It all depends like what you can reuse and what not. If you can reuse a lot, that means the working on the model is going to be really fast. If you can't really change much, then you know that's a problem. Try and make the character based on Star? No idea. Who's the red Mac Dragon character in Nike? Yeah, but no idea if she did. Like for me, it's just a cool design. I don't see any similarities. Welcome back, Metal. Welcome back. So yeah. Okay, it's getting darker and darker outside the window. I want a goat. Why do you want a goat? Also phone? What phone? What phone? I had a goat before. Hearing the cell phone resonance in your mic. What? You shouldn't. No one's calling me. Okay, I put it way behind. Don't speakers used to do? Maybe somebody else nearby? Nah, I didn't hear nothing. A thunderstorm is coming. Now we're doing like a typical NPC, I guess. Oh, that's a cute goat. Mana, hi! Got to have you here. How are your friends going? How have you been? Haven't seen you in a while. How do you feel? I miss you. Quiet mana appeared. Yeah. I heard nothing. I see. Maybe the guy. Could it be on you? Mana, yeah, we missed you so much. Oh my god. So yeah, the yesterday's karaoke for Muto's birthday. Everything will have to be muted. I miss being here, just so sick I can't do much but try to sleep. I see. It came from you because it only came when you speak, not with the music. I see. Maybe it could be the noise cancellation because I have the fan going on. It's okay, Mana. It's okay. Hope you've rested a little. Hope you've rested. You are dealing with some really nasty flu. So I hope you are doing good and hanging out there. Yeah. I heard it happy. Yeah. But if someone would want to make clips or save it, I had to already start like making YouTube to take it off. Like, you know, just make it go silent. Beauty snake dragon person. Actually, I totally forgot. So actually, this is a lizard folk who's a Ronin. It's crazy how they punish karaoke too. Yeah. Just lurking, listening today. Won't talk much. I hope you have a lovely day. Thank you, Mana. Hope you will rest well. It's okay to lurk. It's not copyright infringement. Yeah, like it's also a cover, so like they shouldn't really punish covers because it's literally happening in the radio, and actual artists can't do anything legally about it. But it's, you know, we're speaking about a huge hypocritical companies that are going to copyright everything they can just because they have money for that. Get better, Mana. Yeah, exactly. Take your vitamins, Mama. Yeah. I think I've called Mana Mama several times already. Good thing it wasn't noticed. I would burn. Mama Mana. Also, I want to buy a game. I need to wait for the paycheck. Also, I'm going to have 2 paychecks this month, so that'll be a good to make like a nice kick to my saving account. Need some Steam cards. Oh, Zega, if you can crypto is up, nice. If you can, I mean, I don't want to push you, but I've seen another Vtuber's chat just before at some point. He also accidentally called me Mama multiple times. Okay, I see. Which game? Wait, let me say. Because I need the actual name because I don't remember the name. Fantasy Life 1. The girl who steals time. Also still waiting for Meister Simulator. I am the Fantasy Life one. It's kinda like how's it called? It's kinda like the Animal Crossing but for high fantasy, and you can actually make things. Why does it look like an MMO? No idea. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it is? It doesn't look like MMO. Wait, now I'm confusion. It doesn't look like an MMO, or does it? It kind of looks like it, but yeah, it's RPG, action, recreation, JRPG, and action adventuring. There's no MMO in there. But there's wait, multi-platform multiplayer. Okay, so you can. It looks like Ragnarok 2. Damn. And there's single player too. So I don't know. Maybe there's a chance to like access stuff and things. I need to figure out how to make the chest. I think this part needs to go here. So yeah. Just slowly going around with things. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's really going to take me here and there like this. Yeah, I think that one works. I think that will work. The one character stuff. I don't know why, but like I just can't. Why do they price it as higher tier AAA $70 category? No idea. No idea. That's why I wanted to wait with it till the paycheck to come in, but yeah. Because you know, usually that's the thing. You know what? Okay, let's just do it like that. Whatever. What thing? Huh? Wait. Okay. So like, usually it's, you know, like when I have a paycheck, when I have to wait till the paycheck, usually I'm like rethinking several times if I actually want to buy it. And sometimes I'm just settling with the idea that I'm just going to get it on sale or something like this. That's why I wanted to wait till the paycheck for with buying. Oh, then I'll let you make the decision. I wouldn't buy that game. Okay. I actually have a bunch of other games that I wanted to buy. Wait. I have the entire wish list going on. There's the One Piece Odyssey, Tekken 8, Persona 3, Reload, Scarlet Nexus, Ni no Kuni, Sword Art Online, Code Vein, Pirate Warriors 4. I might actually wait for the new Pirate Warriors. Dragon Quest Builders 2 I've got on Switch, so actually I should get it off the list, but I've got a drift in my Joy-Con, so I actually might get the thing. Why does it seem so overpriced? Probably it is, but actually I've seen my friend playing it and it was really cool. I wanted to buy Horizon Zero Dawn and the new one, but I'm kind of rethinking that Medium was cool. Lies of P. Yeah, Lies of P was cool. I wanted to play Lies of P. Because like I've seen I've got that idea for to get that game because I've seen my friend playing it. And it seemed like a really cool game to play. Did you play Stanley Parable? Yes. Yes, I did. Bucket. The bucket is still the best thing in that game. Imagine people who haven't seen that game, haven't played it or at least seen it. And they just hear that some bucket in the game is the best one. They don't understand the story of that bucket. Me? You haven't played or seen the game? Oof. There's a story behind the bucket. No, I see. See, the bucket plays a very crucial narrative role in the game, so... The reassurance bucket, yeah. Bucket love, bucket life, yes. I see. Wish people would like me or love me or at least like me on the level of the bucket. I wanna be the bucket. You seem to bucket to be loved and held 24/7, yes. Yes, exactly. That's the entire idea for it. Hi Zergatevi here, how are you? Hope is going? Snake Dad? Yeah. Snake Dude. Lizard. Yeah, it's a lizard. Actually, I've heard people even say lizard. But it's lizard. Actually, how do you pronounce it? Lizard or lizard? Lizard, yeah. Lizard. Like a wizard. Lizard wizard. Why I didn't thought about it? That would be the... No, it's lizard. Lizard? Bro, lizard wizard. Why I didn't thought about it? That's such a perfect character. So is it a lizard? Yes, it is. And so am I. Starts to shed the human skin. Liza. Yeah, some people are also playing a lizard. Or like our friends from Dawanda say, a croaky danger noodle with legs. I don't know if they say it like that, but it sounds funny. The lame gator, yeah. Scientifically known as a little fella. Runny guys, yeah. Retail. Skadoodle noodle. Skadoodle noodle. Oh my god. There's so many lizards roaming free in the zoo. I did not understand how the bears delete them. Retail. My god, that was so... That's a good pun, but it hurt my entire existence. Dear Lord. A retail. Jesus. Where do lizards go to fix their fallen tails? Lizardman professional lifelong retailer? Yeah. Do lizards go to fix their fallen tails? To a retailer? Yeah. Retail store. That was a good pun. That was a good pun. Actually, some time ago, I was talking with like a German friend, and basically, he told me that most of the German jokes sound like there are some like personal stuff going on in someone's life. because they are literally like making making persons sound like they're on the verge of like breaking down or something. Same with their good night stories. Once upon a time, there was a little Hans. Hans didn't eat his knaddle, so a stranded Bart came in and took his testicles. Hans had no testicles ever after. Sie Kinder. Ah, me, 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 me. Ah, me, 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 me. German always works, yes. German always works. Strandenbord and Bardenbart. Meow. Meow. Gato, no. My ears? Sorry. Did you know 1 in 20 people have a third nipple? Huh? Sorry. I think that was too loud. Brings down the statistics, bruh. Dibs, not me. Yeah, I'm bringing down the statistics. Like, come on, everyone does that, but when I do that, it's all a problem. Why does it sound like a... Is it true? Is the source from us? I don't know. Deeps, not me. Bruh. Source is sciencefocus.com. Topic is polythelia. What? Oh, okay. The third nipple. Alright, I have 4. What? What do you mean you have 4 mana? I need a photo proof. What? What? Sorry. I was trying to like stay silent. What? Yeah, Pixar didn't happen. Come again? Oh, I will. Am I lagging or is it the stream? I don't know. Uh, oh wait, are you like what? Oh no. Please don't cage me, mama. Please don't cage me. Please. Poor mama, yeah. Mama. Did I said mama, not mama? God damn it. I'm really bringing down the statistics. Sorry. Caged. No. You're grounded. No. No. Bruh. Hi Hero, good to have you here. How are you? Hope everything is going. I think this is the first nice round, so hope you find the coffee corner here. How are you? I think the cage is your ally. You might adopted the cage. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see freedom until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but empty space, bruh. Discord. Yo. I have been caged 3 times. Thank you, but the art is amazing. Thank you, Hero. Since this is the first time I see you around, so hope you find a coffee corner here. Sub. Welcome to the family. Welcome. Rain Celestial Shop Horn goes first. What? What is that? And why is it so expensive? Also, I've actually seen like a really huge thing. It was a Funko Pop of a Vulpix. It was even bigger than the thingies I have on my shelf. I don't know why it just does. But what is it? Why does it sound like some kind of offspring in a Schedule 1? Some of those Funkos does get huge, yeah. Like a Roblox item, probably. I don't know, I've never played Roblox. I don't know, I've started to turn off. Don't tell me you play Grow a Garden, no. And Zega, I also doubt he plays it. But Grow a Garden is the Roblox thing, right? I never played Roblox, yeah. Very little amount of people here plays Roblox. I think we have like 3 people that plays this game. You included, user. Hey, maybe if you'd ask on the... Okay, internal planning. No, don't worry, don't worry. Heard you can make a lot of money by developing mods for it though. Yeah. Like making your own games in there and people are just paying with the currency there and you can then get the money. It's like a crypto. There's nothing to panic about, user. You can ask around the Discord server if someone plays it. And you might find someone from people from our server to play together if you want. The difference is that crypto can't be raised by an SQL injected drop database command. Oh yeah, the SQL injection is still working on Roblox. I've heard about it. Also, I've started working with the bootstrap thingy, and I have to say, it's not pretty good. Okay, it's not really good. There are several bugs that the new bootstrap is doing. What bugs? Like, for example, when I'm trying to make that thing that you're doing something wrong. No, I'm just copying and pasting it and it's supposed to work properly, but people say that this thing in Bootstrap is not working. So you have like a menu, right? And that menu is supposed to like change colors depending on where you are scrolled to. So when you are scrolling, it all goes well, but when you are scrolling up, it doesn't work. It doesn't mark the thing, it doesn't assign the active portion. I think I kinda solved it, but it's not working the way how I want it to work. It's not a part of the base bootstrap, yeah. But it's like a bootstrap thingy that you can assign and you're getting all the links and stuff. We just want the website to work and look good. So I'm wondering how I can make it through. I think I'm going to probably spend an all-nighter and work on that site. Or I might play something. Also, I'm pretty sure I made it work. I mean, just have to place the anchors right. Yeah, but the thing is that I have like 2 sections, right? And when I have those 2 sections, it scrolls and shines when I'm in one portion. But then the problem is when I'm like over here, because like over here you have a carousel with the photos. And there's the first portion of the, 2 sectors of it, right? So it works for this, and when I'm scrolling up to here, it stops shining the thingy. So I think I have a solution for it, but I'll have to check it. I don't want to redo the entire thing. You're missing some tags then. See, the problem is that it doesn't show me anything if I have too many of those tags. I need one tag because otherwise it doesn't work. So I'm thinking about placing everything into one sector where this anchor is, and then placing everything that's supposed to have another anchor into another section. Just so it all could be contained into one huge thing. Into one huge, you know, into one huge setup. That's how it should work, yeah. I think that's where my problem is. Tomorrow I'm going to have a lot of work on the stuff. We will see if I'm going to find some time for myself on this. Because, you know, the project launch, and I have to do a lot of checking and stuff. And informing the warehouses, etc. So it's going to be a bit of a pain pickle. Also, I have to check if by an accident I didn't receive any phone calls. I didn't heard. I shouldn't though. Why do I crave a candy with low blood sugar? For example, you've ate a lot of sugary things recently, and now your body is craving the same amount of sugar. I'm drinking my second energy drink right now. Yeah. Still. Let's say you've used your organism to like certain amount to X amount of grams of sugar. When you are dropping the amount of sugar of your intake. So let's say you've had like, for extended period of time, you had like an energy drink, maybe two, some soda, and a lot of candies, right? And let's say it was going for a week. So then you had so then when you are dropping it, right? Your body starts to crave the sugar because it needs to compensate for the drop, you know, for the drop. That's why, for example, it's difficult for people to stop eating snacks, because quite often those snacks have sugar in them, and also you are dropping fats from your body, so you have those cravings to eat something, right? So basically, when you have, yeah, it works like that. Not, I don't have that much sugar intake. I see. Well, I don't know then. Don't overshade, yeah. I want to drop the amount of shadows, actually, but I'm not sure. Like, this looks good because, like, the light is crossing things. This could... No, let's keep it like that. I think I've already overshaded. Not sure, though. And the feel looking at Trinity art that he puts down big blob of shadow and erases the part he doesn't need. Yeah, that also kind of looks like that. That's just a feel about it. That is portion of his thing. Like, for example, over here, actually it's supposed to look differently. Let me show you how. This, and then lines like that. That surprisingly I didn't do. Also, you know. Like he completely erased illuminated parts, and I think that's how those sharp cliff shadows come to be. Yeah, kinda. Is that a panda? Wrong chat. Zaga. No, it's a lizard. Mudos and a cat looking like a panda, bruh. How many times? Enjoy and behave now. I'm gonna shower and rest. Bye bye, Mana. Take care. We will. Don't worry. If you need anything, remember to write me. I'm always serving. Take your vitamins, yes. This low. I see. Thank you, Zega, for blessing me with this cut. I think this shadow is unnecessary. And I sell each other cat pics, I see. I wanted to say something stupid, but I'm not going to say it. Because it was connected with the cat we drew some time ago. Now you have to? Nah. I don't think I have to. Said it. Nah. I don't feel like it. Say it. No. Why do I have the feeling he wanted to ask me if I take the pussy pics? What are you doing in my head, Zach? Get out of my head! Yeah, no. Know you too well at this point, yeah. Nah, less shadows. This. Like that. Whack. Okay, I think the body is shaded. Oh well. Yeah, let's not add anything else to it. It looks good now. So what we need... Actually, I feel like I've messed this one out. I need... the eyes to be yellow. Maybe not like this yellow, but like this. Yeah, it will suffice. There's a visible difference in those. Yeah, now it makes sense. Are you going to do another stream? Yes. At least that's the plan. We will see. I want to though. How do you call raccoon in Polish? Shop. Shop clutch. What? Shop clutch. That's the raccoon. Which is literally a raccoon washer. Because it washes things in lakes usually. Trash panda, yeah. Simuto. We call it washbird. Yeah, it's kind of similar. But we don't assign it to birds, we call it shop. It's like its own animal. But yeah, it's like a wash raccoon. They are trash panda. They are. We are making jokes for it that they are trash pandas, so it kind of becomes a thing. Guess how panda is called in Polish? Panda. What is that couple fight that is going on right now? Simuto, Sizaga, like, are you two trying to prove something to each other? Alrighty. I'm wrapping up. I see what I can do. The what? We finished shading the skin, which is good. Wash bar. Yeah, wash. It's washing. It's a wash. Wash. Yeah. Anyway, they cute. They are indeed. So, thank you Zaga, thanks Muto, thanks user for being active in chat on Twitch, thanks Aspen, Neo, Sleepy, Leaf, Tripler, Mana, and Hero for being active in chat on YouTube. Real bandit dudes, yeah. Next stream when? 7 PM today. In a couple hours, like 3. Yeah. Stay creative, I hope to see you all in the next one.